but there's quite a few of them. Um, I don't know. I don't know what is the funniest part, but we'll see if we can't link it up to some early life development issues emotionally, which of course everybody had in some level to some degree in some aspects of growing up for sure. But the way it is pursuant on the general population professing these attitudes, it's quite bizarre. It's quite hilarious. We're a bunch of freaks with microphones, and especially people that have a larger platform in which to do these things with. This whole GameStop thing, that's pretty funny, like beyond funny, because now you got these giant institutions, bankers, hedge fund managers, like literally crying and and they're insulted and they're so upset by what's going on. It's amusing to listen to at the bare minimum. I mean, it's in one sense I'm like, wow, like these are older dudes that got millions, if not billions, of dollars, and they are they're mad, they're like super mad, they like big mad. How y'all and listen to them talk, it's just like wow, it's like they're so lost touch with any form of reality, whatever this is. That it's saying out of touch would be an understatement. But that's got me kind of on some funny stuff right now. There's a woman that said breastfeeding is racist. Yep, air conditioning is racist. That's an old one. But no, these are claims that are just thrown out there. Sexist. No. The air conditioners are sexist. Breastfeeding is racist. Excuse me. Apologize for that. These people with the. I feel like they're. I can't really speak to their emotional intelligence, although I guess it's probably very low. But they're just what you'd consider like where do you make these certain steps in development of intelligences. You have hundreds of. Some people say there's this many intelligent. It depends on the school of thought you come from as to how many intelligences there are. I would say there are at least 9 primary ones. But these people, um, they seem to have stopped developing at about the age of 10 to 12, mentally, emotionally. I mean, just the lack of logic and things. And it's always the reason I say that is like, do you remember when you were a kid and you would do something because it was popular, but you had no idea like what you just knew you wanted to fit in and be cool. So you were kind of doing a virtue signaling as a child. Children virtue signal, but they don't even know what a virtue is. And these adults, I don't think, know what a virtue is either. But they'd say, "Oh, well, it's popular, so it's virtuous." Well, in reality, it doesn't. Popular doesn't really equal virtue by any means. But for the sake of the conversation, all these people getting they're, what are they doing? What are they doing now in some cities? They're giving you a bag of weed if you get a shot. Isn't that like bribery or something? And what is that like? If you go get your your needle stuck in your arm, they'll give you a bag of weed. Like, what? I don't know. That sounds so weird. I thought like I don't I'm trying to all of these people, nurses and everything, and everybody out there, they got their shirts on, their sleeves rolled up. They're doing that old World War II propaganda picture. You see it when she was wearing blue when she's making the muscle. You know what I'm talking about? Riveting, that rivet popping, whatever her name was. She had the bandana on, and well, if you look online, you'll find T-shirts with this. So it's like Fauci stuff. Yeah, and then these chicks out here putting the showing you that they got their shot. It's the same exact pose. It's the same thing. It's the whole same propaganda nonsense. But anyway, so even in that propaganda, it becomes a virtue signal for people. It's like, oh, if it's popular, then it's virtuous, and so that must be the good thing, the right thing to do. And the way that people are they'll always find ways to, um, you know, if you're a nurse, I understand. You want to keep your job because you just went to all the schooling and you're making some money, and you couldn't possibly do the research that needs to be done and look at the opposite, the opposing viewpoint, which is always done with science in mind, but it's done with people that are trying to like make people healthier, not sell a product usually. Because, from the opposite would be, hey, we can go against the grain and say that these things might not be a good idea, and here's some science that you might not agree with, but it's going to go. But they won't read that. They don't want to see that. They'll immediately have to find a way. No, they have to. They can't. They can't. I was reading some of these articles and I'm like, they're so far off base of things, so far off base. Like with the how many people are getting sick, and I'm just like, wow, like you can just look around you and it's like it's not what. I've talked to plenty of people that they have no opinion on the internet, but I've talked to them that work in hospitals or other places. They'll say what I'm saying. They won't say it's as as faux. As faux. Maybe that's the name is Dr. Faux Chi. I don't know. Could be. Anyways, yeah, so many things that were just going into this emotional intelligence, this just a certain type of intelligences that obviously school systems weren't there to teach you these things. And if you grow up in households that you don't have that from your parental figures, you're definitely not going to get that too often from your teachers' figures. So people don't develop an awareness for types of intelligences. We all have our blind spots and what we're not good at. That you don't really notice it. Like, oh shit, I didn't realize I was terrible with communicating that way or something. But these people that it's like they're stuck at like 10 to 12 years old, and they can't even handle the idea of, there's you can't just go science for the win. You can't just go religion for the win. They're both equally. Science is you got to do that. No, you can't just say science. You have to show the work, and the thing is that you could go and look at 1,000 different studies about one certain thing, and you'll have 1,000 different answers to what the causal nature of something is and how something functions. Especially this with foods, with drug interactions in the body, with any type of it's if you took money out the mix, we come to closer answers. But because there's money being paid to push these kind of ideas, you can't find the correct answer. You won't even get close. And it's like look at some simple things. Is anybody can tell you about studies done on cucumbers? No, because they're cheap as anything. Anybody tell you about studies on water, and what really is the good water? And they're not going to tell you about the cheapest water. They'll tell you all about why you need to put fluoride in it. Well, that costs something to put in there. They'll tell you about mineral waters. Well, mineral costs something. And they'll tell you about ionizing your water or alkalizing your water, because that's going to cost you $3,000. Tell you all about that. I don't tell you about the cheap, simple things. No, because they couldn't possibly be any good. They can't tell anybody about that. There's no money in it. No, why doesn't anybody understand the most basic concept of anything you look at? If you don't look at it through the lens of it is a marketplace, it is a business, and that's the goal of businesses. I've talked about this ad nauseum many times about. We're getting into stop losses of capitalism, stock markets, what you'd call a collectivism, what you might call socialism, what you'd call corporatocracy. Like these are all mighty different things. but they all have an influence on how people are trained, raised, influenced, encouraged. And when we live in a system that there is no upper limit to what how much money somebody could make and how much money and power and control and ownership of things they could have. There's no stop loss to that. There's no limit to that, which seems a little bizarre, wouldn't you think? Because that doesn't mean somebody is good at something or right at something. It just means that somehow they're part of a system, a larger system, a larger game, whatever. It seems a little bit that doesn't really that doesn't equate to an evolving species, an evolving universe, an evolving evolution of consciousness or awareness. It doesn't include that, because it appears every moment that I used to think we got to the bottom of the barrel with how dumb people are. I thought we got there, and I thought that from there people become more intelligent somehow. Oh no, people. It's not like generationally people are getting dumber. I'm not suggesting that, because there's a lot of wildly intelligent younger generations. What I'm suggesting is that people are getting stupider as they get older, and there could be a lot of reasons for this. What's up, Marcus Leonard? And the reason for them getting dumber as they get older could be diet related, dehydration. Dehydration can cause your brain not to work. Having just a poor diet in general, not getting vitamin D, which is actually a hormone. I mean, if you look up vitamin D, it's a hormone. You're not really supposed to eat it from a pill, although it can have some of the effects. You should get it right from the sun, because there's something happening in your eye when you're in your all up in your all up in your ocular, your lens is all up in here, all up in your brain with your neuromelanin, and doing something in your skin and making your body and blood and brain healthier. Nonetheless, so people are getting less and less of that. People are uh, it's like I still don't understand how people are still consuming the information from the news the way they do. That they're just buying it wholesale, even though they're the ones that they'll complain every year, every single day about this side of the news, that side of the news, complain about this and that. Like, okay, so you got the politics. The politicians aren't really doing this for you. They're not on your side, ever. Just because you hated the last 4 years, and then you go take the other angle, it doesn't. You're playing into the thesis and antithesis, the antithesis game. And I mean, it would be nice if the medicine professional, the medical establishment, and the health burp god up in the building. If the medical establishment actually was in the healthcare industry, but they're not. They're in the sickness care industry. They care about you if you're sick, because if you're sick, then they get money. It's a business, period. Anybody thinking that they want to cure cancer or anything else, you're delusional. It's a fact that it's in their business model. If it worked a different way, they would go about trying to heal people and help people. Because if it was for health and well-being, and it wasn't purposed on money, subjugation, and keeping people sick and addicted to something, the business model would be completely different. It wouldn't be a for-profit system. It'd be a not-for-profit or a non-profit, definitely. Even if you were working within the system, you wouldn't. It wouldn't be based upon a board of directors. People's salaries would be changed. Same thing. Same in school systems. School systems would work differently, because the education would be coming through different to these kids in the school systems, if they're ever even going to exist as brick and mortar anymore. But those systems would be changed. The education that you're getting would change, and that the salaries of teachers would change. there would be more of a balance to what people's actual worth is and what they're doing. But things are so out of alignment with most of the way the world's functioning. You're looking at it happen. You're just observing it, just watching it just go like system upon system, and the watching the people that have been manipulating and doing everything that is actually completely bizarre. And like, I mean, from a standpoint of like, when is enough? Don't you have enough yet? How many things do you need? How much stuff? Like whenever I see somebody that has a like a 20 room mansion, I wonder about how many of those bedrooms are filled on a regular basis. Do they have 20 kids? Are they using all? I mean, is that, or is that just because they'll do a party once in a while? I don't know. It just makes sense. It's weird to me that how much space, how much stuff do you need? It's never. It's all how much money, and it's all hoarding. And I always go back to that too. If you have knowledge, you don't hoard it. You share it. If you have money, why wouldn't you share it? If you had food, the food will go bad, so you'd share it. You don't just waste the food. You'd at least do something smart with it, like can it or turn it into some beer, some wine, or something. That's what you'd do. Well, if you had 100 cats in your house, if you had newspapers from back to 1963, if you kept microwavable cartons of used, like after you're done, like if you kept all of that, that'd be hoarding and it's disgusting. But if you keep a lot of money, somehow that's a good thing. If you keep a lot of space to yourself but don't share it, like what is that? It's a really weird. It's a really weird idea. But that to me goes back into the most basic things of growing up, and it's like sharing. Sharing is caring, right? Isn't that like first in kindergarten? If they teach you anything, you already knew it. But it's like, hey, show and tell and share. That's always what it is. Do they forget about that? Do they forget all about that? They don't do any of that. Sharing is not in there. Sharing is not in there. They go, oh, I'm a philanthropist. I gave $1 million. What it is, like, how much are you worth? And they're like, oh, 100 billion. Do you know like $1 million from a fractional standpoint of 100 billion? How much a million is? It's a fraction of a percent. Okay, you just got to move the period over, and it's like 0.00. Like how what $1 million from 100 billion? That's nothing. But if I had $100 to give away to give away $1, if I had 100, is 1%. That would be basically me giving away a penny. A penny if I had $100. That's about the same, right? $1 million is a penny to 100 billion, correct? So no, I wouldn't. If like, hey, all I had was 100, so I could only give you a penny. You'd be like, oh, they gave out $1 million. Well, of course they gave out a penny's worth of their. If they had 100, they would have given away a penny. In fact, but if I had $100 and somebody needed a buck or two, shit, for sure, whatever. So like that whole thing doesn't work with the philanthropy, especially considering they're getting that money back tenfold, using all sorts of levers and fulcrums and manipulations of markets and oh, I don't know, just doing things that are uncouth, I guess. It's called usury. It's pretty much what they're doing. Income tax, interest, and inflation. These are three principal things to keep people that don't have enough to never have enough. Interest, income tax, and inflation. These things never need to occur. None of those things need to occur. Except Carson. Yeah, definitely hearing that. I mean, that's why they try to keep it into a stock market. They try to keep it into a liquid market. They try to keep it somewhere where it's not theirs, is maybe not in their bank account, just sitting there, as a frozen asset in their bank account to be just to hold on to. Most of it's probably moving around in stock markets, and that's why they're so upset, because they were playing in the stock market. They're playing in the springs. And then they got mad. They got big mad. I mean, and then it's just, and to hear them on TV, just the way that they're absolutely just irate with this, it's amazing to watch, and to hear them say things that are so yeah, poor rich people getting bullied. Yeah, but to listen to what they're saying, and their insults they're throwing at people that are investing. Now that one time the community of things. It's completely on top of the books and completely in every way, legalese, lawful, whatever, blah blah blah. They're just like, nah, that's not. We can't have that. Can't have that. What's up? What's up, Kofi? Yeah, the smell can be intimidating. Good. I have not used it, but I've heard good things about using turpentine for hair growth. Um, Also, here's a couple of things you can add to your diet. Use sugar cane. Doing all right. Yeah, use sugar cane and bamboo, bamboo shoots, bamboo. You can probably just get the capsules of bamboo. Sugarcane, bamboo, both are good for spine, hair, and nails. And then there's like a little roller you can get that has little prickly things in it. I've heard a lot of people use this to say they get good results from that too. But as far as nutrition, so you need blood. Basically, you need blood, blood, blood flow and nutrition. Silica is another thing. Yes, silica is an important part of that. Silica-based things. What's up, Jay Marley? So increasing blood flow and then the nutrition of it is good. Just rocking and rolling, man. Yeah, silica is important for that. Um, hmm. I don't know what they see. No. A lot of these things they work into people's diets, and sometimes they don't work. It's like, let me give you an idea. Um, if you use calcium and magnesium per se, let's use these two examples. There's a nighttime and a daytime element. There's what's in your intracellular and your extracellular fluids, and they replace each other. So there's a balance to when something is being used in the body. It's like if you had, say, melatonin, so you could sleep, and serotonin for happiness, and there's some balances to when those things would be flooding your body to either help you sleep or to help you do something. And I would assume that there's probably a balancing thing to silica. And I don't know what that is off the top of my head. So I'm saying your diet might already be good enough, and you just use the silica, and you just needed more of that. Like magnesium, I would say probably upgrade how much magnesium you're getting in. So like chocolate, a good chocolate, and then silica. I think there's probably a connection there. I don't know why, it just seems to be. Especially considering hair color and chocolate is, well, chocolate is white, which is funny. Vanilla is black. Chocolate is white. See the crazy of the world. They say vanilla is so white. No, it's not a vanilla bean. It's brown. It's dark brown. Chocolate, when you first get it out, no, it's white. See, black is white, white is black, man. The whole world over. Um, but yeah, I think the silica might do well with magnesium. So there you go. How would you use the turpentine? Just put it on your skull, man. I don't. I haven't. I just know I just read a little bit about it from a place that I didn't. Most of the information I read on there was quality already, so I kind of was like, oh, okay, this seems cool. I didn't have any use for it because I don't know. I have turpentine. I drink turpentine. I gotta do a cleanse with some turpentine here. But yeah, just massage your scalp because that's definitely gonna clean things off and help to. It warms things up, and the warmth is pulling blood to the surface, and blood is going to carry all of the nutrition that's going to build your hair follicles. But the aged urine, listen, don't even worry about the smell of it, man. Put it in your hair, let it do its job. Do it at the beginning of the shower, you know what I mean? And then at the end of the shower, if you still feel like you stink like it, just wash your hair. Uh, the turpentine will get sucked into your skin. Turpentine ain't going nowhere. The turpentine's going into you. Like if you rub it, like here, let me see, let's see. Oh, we got some turpentine right here. Here's good shit right here, turpentine. Um, let's see how long it takes to. I'll put some on my person. Let's see. I don't mind the smell of it. The smell will probably go away after a little bit, or you could mix something else with it, another oil. But it's to me, it smells like licorice and something. I'm put a little bit on my forehead. Make it a little right there. See if it does anything. Oh, that's warm. Yeah, yeah. Turpentine is definitely a warming sensation. It's a cleansative. It's mostly it's heating and cleansative. And speaking of heating and cleansative, fuck it, let's go. Motherfucker, what? No time like the present, huh? Ooh. Warning, this shit is flammable. It says harmful or fatal if swallowed. Irritant to the skin of the eyes. No. If you ingest too much, yes, it will. Will it irritate your skin? Yeah, if your blood is completely toxic, you might notice something happen. But all these things are like kind of you use them in micro amounts. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You shaved. That's a good thing. Just scalp massage and all that. Mr. Mannion. Yeah, borax. Borax is. I've heard that borax is basically just basically hydrogen peroxide and what is some? How does somebody make it? Um, Borax is just like hydrogen peroxide mixed with something. I mean, at least has the same benefits to it. I know, straight up. Yeah, there was the turp burp right there. Oh, oh yep, yep. I could just. There's the warmth. Hold on. If anybody wants to trade, if you do shots of alcohol, just trade in for like a mini shot. If you need to be warm in the winter, I'm telling you, trade in alcohol for some turpentine. They're both thinners. They're both paint thinner, blood thinner. They pull things apart. Um, Straight terp shots. There you go, borax. Oh, borax. That's right. Borax produces hydrogen peroxide. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, borax produces. Yeah, I was saying it backwards. Excuse me. Yeah, there you go, Carson. Borax in water gives you a hydrogen peroxide. So I mean, most of that stuff to use internally. I don't know what the fungus is. Because you definitely. I got fucked up toenails for years. Like it's the toughest thing to get rid of because, depending on your diet, where you live and shit, like you have to stay on top of that. But yeah, that's usually candida related, and candida getting rid of candida is turpentines. That's big. That's big, and you can also use hydrogen peroxide. You can use for your toes. You can do apple cider vinegar. A lot of these things. A lot of things are just like using. It's basically, as always, using acid alkaline substances to cut and to clean things out of your body. It's not just you can't just do all alkaline. You can't just do all acid. It's just like certain things will respond to certain chemicals. Yeah, boron is interesting because isn't that how they used to leaven bread? Isn't that what they used to use? Instead of using, they started using something else in bread, which made it kind of more toxic. But before they used to, am I using the wrong name for how they used to put the? It was like a bread conditioner. I don't know if leaven is the right word. Bread conditioner. Turpicide. Yeah, don't. Yeah. Oh, to anybody in here, no, don't do too much turpentine. No, that's just no. That's like telling somebody to, no, don't do what I do. Don't be an idiot like I am. Do as I say, not as I do. Read online well about it if you're gonna do it. Um, it's right around the full moon, so parasites. The only thing I'll have die off of is I'll probably have some nice little creatures that I've killed off from doing that. And I might try doing like a very, uh, man, I might try to do a Basti with that. Not just that by itself. A little turpentine mixed with like sesame oil or something. See how that works. What's up, Kabar? What you doing? Oh, bromine. Yeah, they were using two different. Yeah. I think that might even have something to do with people's people's yeast problems in their body. I think maybe it's even changing that because what are they called, halides. So like boron and bromine. Yeah, to condition the bread. They changed something with the halide, right? So what's called. Just been so long since I did all the research on that. I just it's not coming right to my top of my forehead. Although my head is a little warm right now. Well, the boron deficiency is interesting because well, just remember this though. You're not getting you're not the boron is not going to get into the plant life. That's not how that works. As long as it's present in the soil, it's exchanging. It could it's either exchanging an ion. It's not like it's not going into the food. It's like the actual salts and things are more of like you think of it in a way like with a crystal. A salt is a crystal. If you use a crystal, it can be used to tune to certain frequencies, but it can kind of get stagnant or this is like recharging your crystals, right? You gotta put it out in the moonlight to pull all the energy out of it, then to charge it with the sunlight. So in the same way, I think that's what's happening in the earth with the salt crystals. I don't think they go anywhere. I don't think you're supposed to eat them. Iodine. Thank you. Bromine replaces the iodine. Thank you. There it is. That was the thank you. Yeah, they used to use iodines as a and then, which is why we might be deficient in iodine, and our deficiency in iodine probably is reflective in other things we're deficient in: magnesium, iodine. Those are the two huge things, right? Um, yeah, there you go. So that could be one of the major things with bread these days. Maybe it's giving people candida. Maybe it's not allowing us to uptake certain elements into our system. Gotta look up them iodine bread recipes. Maybe that would cure people's yeast infections, candida problems, or at least help with it. Oh man, terpy burpees. Well, what else is good, y'all? What time is it here? 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock on the dot. Oh yeah, for everybody that's new, old, or otherwise does not know this, if you want, you can always donate to me to make sure that I don't have to end up sleeping in the streets with these crackheads. I should just be a crackhead that gets to sleep inside sometimes. So you know how to do that. It's beneath. Appreciate that. Bong bong. You're gonna make turpy slurpy soon enough. Oh, I know. Well, I didn't drink that much of it. But the addition, I did already drink some coffee and some iced tea, and now I have a beer and turpentine. Yeah, that should get it moving right through. We'll see. I needed a reason to start fasting, anyways. So I just didn't want to start because I had a bunch of food still in my fridge, and I don't like to start a fast when I have food in the fridge, because it becomes too simple to just go in the fridge and kind of fuck, I want to eat something, and also I just don't want to spoil it. I just rather eat it, and then we'll do a odd core fast. Isn't Divine Hazel gonna start on, what did she say, the 15th or something? Yeah. If we want to join, we'll be doing a fast here soon. I think mine will. I'll go hard in the next couple days. I'll start probably like on this weekend. I mean, I'm starting right now. I don't think I'm going to eat the rest of the day. Now that I've done this, how can you be certain your intuition is not misleading you? I say a lot of intuition is completely regulated by gut health. You know, listen to your stomach, your gut instinct. It's coming from there. It's the center of your being, and most people, yeah, your intuition, I think, is a lot of it's there. People overthink, so they get stuck in their head. That's going to take them all over the place. But if you just follow your center of yourself, whatever you're feeling there, that's gut instinct. But I think most people, if your gut is all toe up, like, don't listen to your gut, because most time your gut's going to want to go eat something shitty, right? Not a good idea. Don't listen to your gut at that point. Very ambivalent. Yeah, you mean like you just don't really? Are you like more? You don't care either way. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe that's good. I don't know. Ambivalence is a good thing to be. It's not. At least you're not. Well, you know, apathetic. Okay, so if you're apathetic, you don't really care. Apathy is a really weird one, right? Apathy is a really weird word. It's kind of like sad, where, right? Apathy is sadness usually connected to it, where ambivalence is like, I don't care, left or right, whatever. I don't know, maybe you just want to have an adventure towards maybe that, or maybe your gut is stuck a little bit. Yeah, the food in the fridge dilemma is it, man. This is why I don't go shopping. This is why I do a big shopping thing, and then I'll just wait until I'm out, and then kind of, see what the day holds. And now I'm down to like the jars of stuff that I can put, sauerkraut and things like that, and some canned food, some canned dog food. I've pretty much eaten all the fruits and veggies. I have a little bit of soup, a little leftover soup that I made the other day. But other than that, I think I could probably start fasting like yard core in a couple days. Get the rest of this crap out of here. I got a bunch of cilantro in there too, so that's nice. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you want, yeah, but okay. So there's signs that, so you'll get what you want regardless. Well, there you go. So that's good. So that means you have more opportunities. Like, cause fuck it. I mean, can you make a wrong move? Not really, right? Ah, well, Kofi, I don't know. That's tough to say, because I mean then that's going down such a long tunnel. You'll get stuck in your own head. You get you'll have paralysis by analysis, and you'll try to be like, is this my intuition? Is this what's up? No nickname. It's so nice to see you. Yeah, don't get stuck in your head thinking about it. If you're thinking about intuition, then you're not involved in it, right? I mean, you know what I mean? Your intuition would bring you one way. It'd be magnetic, right? Versus having to think about it. Oh, I don't know. I could do it. Eh. Yeah, the once you go down that path, you think about it. Then is it projection? Is it mine? Is it something else? Is it? Mm, yeah, that's a difficult one. Jay Marley, I've not talked about. Well, I talked about it in the sense of that it was the Buccaneers and the Chiefs, which are interesting, and then, Brady being the goat. Um, I'm pretty much it's pretty I'm pretty convinced that they'll win. They have to fucking concrete Tom Brady as that. You know what I mean? That he just goes to a new team and they win a Super Bowl, which we all know better than. We all know much better than that, because he's not. He's very good, but like no one really in their right mind would be like he's a better quarterback than you could name 20 quarterbacks. If they're faster, if they're stronger, if they're more evasive, if They run a good system, and he runs it flawlessly, no doubt. He's very, 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 very good. But just from a skill standpoint, I don't think so. You would never take an immobile quarterback. He's very immobile. It makes no sense. It wouldn't unless you have every piece around it for it to work, and and everything's designed a certain way. Bread must be smarter than humans. It discovered penicillin. Well, didn't the first penicillin come from orange peels? But either way, I get yeah. Except the quick. Um, yeah, yeah. We've always talked about mushrooms being smarter, and then there's some sort of all sorts of different species that you'd say are smarter in some ways than humans. Like we learned how to fuck things up pretty bad here, didn't we? In this realm. Like how much easier it could be for everyone, you know what I mean? How much more fun it would be for everyone. There's like too many. Something like I don't know. Too much tomfoolery. Or maybe I'm wrong about penicillin. What did orange rind make? Oh man. Oh, that terp that is warm. Don't do turpentine at 11 o'clock in the morning. No Mardi Gras this year. Nah, dog. They deaded everything. Shit, there ain't been anything to do. I mean, no fucking parties, no streets, no nothing to do. Nope. They just like they're like no, let's just ruin everything. Let's just ruin everything for everyone everywhere. Let's just do that. Let's just see if we can destroy all of society. Let's just do that. Let's do that. Cause why? Why let them have fun? We'll go party on our boats. You know why? You know why they don't care? Because they don't go out to the places we go to anyways. That's why. That's why. Because nobody wants to hang out with them anyway. So rich people are gonna do whatever they want anyways. They're going to private yachts, private boats. That's what they're gonna do anyways. They shut everything else down. Because they don't really care about us. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Mardi Gras, man. Fucking. That's major league dog shit, if you ask me. But can't possibly have that. That that could be terrible. I wonder what cities took the biggest economic um, loss this last year. I would gamble on it that it's any city that people travel to a lot. First, major cities, then like mega cities, like the biggest cities that you can find. It's like obviously okay, percentage wise, maybe not, but amount that the economy suffered, yeah, major cities. But percentage wise, I would say any place that has wherever there's most tourism. Disney World, Florida in general. Florida probably took a huge hit. Uh, Louisiana because of New Orleans. Um, Certain places that people travel. You know what I mean? Denver, even though it's a hub, Denver probably took a decent hit. But like smaller cities, man. Like it's surprising that people are even getting by, man. Rhode Island, Rhode Island. Everybody going to Rhode Island. Yeah, that's where all the rich dicks live already. All them rich white people they're complaining because they can't buy their second yacht, right? Because because the little guy stole from their hedge fund. uh, yeah, I don't. It's just really weird, man. Just walking around and ain't nothing to do, man. I see. I don't even know how I'm processing it as well as I am. I don't know how everybody else is too. I really don't. His life was completely different. It's not even like now. It's just the same as living in any other trashy ass city. What are my thoughts on it? Uh, I don't. I try not to get into talks very deep about psychedelics and things on here too often. My thoughts are no. I'm not a big fan. I mean, if you got it from a natural, the original natural source, which I think was, you know, but even at that, I mean, everything else you're getting is processed, and it's like I don't like it anyways because it's too digital for me. So I don't. It's out of the psychedelics. I would never recommend it. If I was like a medicine man for someone, you know, if I was like, yeah, this is here's what you should. It would make sense what people would do. I would almost rarely tell someone that they should use that. It's all a dream. Yeah, but whose? If we're living in a collective consciousness that we're supposed to be trying to influence this reality, I don't know anybody that wants this reality. I don't know anybody that's focused on this. I mean, like for me, I'm using it as a backdrop because it's just funny. It's funny to me. Has it made me want to like throw myself, off a building? Yes. Has it made throw myself down a flight of stairs? Absolutely. But all in all, there's that gives me a good deal of um, prose. I don't know, like poetic justice to write with, to be funny with. Some writers and certain types of people they like that kind of. It's they like playing in the mud, the muck, and they get the most from it. um, yeah, but from the larger collective consciousness, nobody's imagining this. There's only a few people that could be imagining this, and those people are really weird. They have to be, and I think it's only the rich people because there's nobody. There's no the rich people would never like they wouldn't even be going to the places that we would be going to. Poor people, middle class, they hang out differently. But yeah, I don't know. Where's all these Dreamtime people? Where's all the spaceships I heard about? Where are these at? Where's all the light? When the light workers at? Where's all this? Where's all the popping off the new precepts for the world's stage? Because I'm not really seeing it. In fact, where's this music at that's supposed to be out there all the time? What happened? You just steal all the magic from New Orleans and just took it to wherever the hell you live? Well, subconscious creations. Yeah, yeah. Yes, I hear that, man. I mean, I go back and forth on the, you dip through the like fear of the brave new world, that whole kind of thing, and then the next second I'm just like, there's no way that we all are that dumb. You know what I mean? There's no way that everybody, there's just such a small amount, there's a small number of really, if there's any such thing as a bad person, there's only a small number of them. Most of them are just miseducated. That's about it. Yeah. Sitting watching the lightning bugs. We'll see here. Yeah, the projection thing is like, for me it was always they always said, well, it's like the hundredth monkey, or you reach a certain critical mass of people, and it's like that's been supposedly going on since 2012, but we're not even noticing, at least for as far as I can tell, I'm not noticing this great grand awakening. This people are waking up. People are blah blah blah. I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing like here and there, but like I've seen some people like crack. They're cracking right now. They're pissed. Like some people that I know, they put some money into the stock thing because they got wind of what was going on. They put some money into it, and then they did all the bullshit where you couldn't buy, and you know, they fucked up the whole thing. Yeah, and they're like, oh, I was like, oh, so you didn't believe me before? Now does it make sense? Like, oh, I couldn't see it. Like, now I see how they regulate everything, and it's not for anybody else. Oh, now you starting to notice, huh? Couldn't understand it from the scientific perspective. Couldn't understand it from the education perspective. Fine, look at it through the economics perspective, the financial perspectives, through the food perspectives. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Kofi for sure. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you could put it in there. I don't care, man. Well, Carson, I hope it's not 98% of people. If we're at 98% of people are still like deadhead asleep, just like nah, we lost the game. There's got to be way more than that. There's enough people that are in smaller communities that just don't that we don't interact with. And there you have to remember there's enough robots and trolls and paid for bull schmarky on the internet that aren't even real, that are just they're pushing a false narrative. And then but that's forcing people into being concerned. And I think the way I've noticed is I kind of see it what people will interact with me, how often they'll interact with me, how close they'll stand, obviously if they have a mask on or not. And so I've made a few assessments. And I'm thinking it's like I'm thinking there's a lot more people that are aware of what the chicanery is, but they don't know how to respond to it. It's not out of fear. They just don't know what to do. They're like, what is the solution here? It's like when people feel like overwhelmed with like how to change their diet or something and they don't know what to do. They're like, I don't get the money at the time to go to the gym, especially now. I don't have, I can't just change and buy all organic foods. I don't even know what this is. And I mean, you know, uh, and if you do that, so they can't even understand on that level. But more people know that the healthier thing would be to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables and consume et cetera, but they don't know where to start. And I think that's where most people are in what's going on with the whole thing. They're like, I don't know how not to. I live amongst people that everyone puts a mask on, and if I don't, I'll get yelled at, and I don't feel like dealing with that interaction. So I think that's where a lot of people are stuck because there's only a small number of people that are complete like irate douchebags about wearing the mask because they've done no research and they're so bought into the propaganda that they're like well beyond fascist. You know what I mean? I don't even know what you'd call them, but yeah. So there's only a small number of them, but because they'll cause a ruckus. And people just go, ugh, shut the fuck up. Like I don't feel like arguing. I don't feel like fighting. I don't have time for this. Yeah, yeah. Jay Marley. Yeah. I'm down with the using the word communal is a bad word in this culture, especially with how much you're trying to sell. They're trying to sell that the country is like doomed because of socialism, but then they're talking about capitalism, and so this is capitalistic socialistic dialogue and communistic dialogue, which doesn't really hold true because we live in a corporatocracy. We don't live in a democracy. We don't. This is barely capitalism is an under it's an underpinning to what's happening, and there's more socialism in this country than you'd ever even know to begin with, anyways. That you wouldn't even care to look at. But then to use the word, I like to use the word collectivism. That kind of idea. The Ubuntu. Yeah, it does, man. The quick, yeah. All the music did you listen to? You just yeah, I hear you on that. I don't. Music for me has changed over the years from what I've listened to. But I was talking to somebody about this the other day, I feel like there's more good music now, but there's more bad music, but there's more good music. And then part of it is because it's so easy to get programs to auto tune to make, and even be creative. Though I mean, even the stuff, some of it is auto tuned is okay. I don't mind. I make electronic music. I don't mind electronic music. I like um, acoustic, and I'd rather most of it that be that way. But there's plenty of reason for the electronic music involved. Anyways, all that to say is like there's just more. There's just because there's so much music out there now. It's hard to shuffle through all of it and find the good stuff because there's so much trash. But because there's so much trash, there's a lot of really good stuff, and I found a lot of really good music. So that I can say, and it's all over the place too. It's all over the place, like in the sense of the styles of music, like the hybrid and the crossbreeding of musical genres and types of things that are really really cool that you could have never heard. Like it's beyond world music. It's beyond like jazzy, housey, worldy, funky, disco-y. Like it's all of that and then some. Making money with music is more difficult. Yeah, because the only way you could, well, I mean that started in the 90s, but it became now it's everybody can make a little bit of money, but not now it's extremely difficult, especially right now because of the only people that are getting popular now are people that are they're investing money into marketing their image. That's all it is. Music has become a disposable product. Disposable in the sense that I couldn't even imagine people listening to the trash they listened to on the radio for the last 5 years to ever listen to that later in life and be like, oh yeah, we was bumping that little fucking Dinky Wang guy and that little cheesy Mo Nuff or whatever the fuck his garbage ass music was. Could you imagine? Like, I can't imagine anyone in the future going, yeah, that's what I was really rocking out to. You'd be like, there's some shit I listened to in the 80s and 90s that I'd be like, yeah, I'll listen to the song. Like, there was some corny ass music then. I still jumped on those things. So what? But, making money now is because unless you got money to pour into it to begin with, you're not going to get popular. There's no grassroots music. I've seen a lot of really really talented bands that even after I see them like a year or two later, their music hasn't blown up, and I don't understand why. There's a lot they're just saying like there's just like if they don't have the marketing and doesn't get out there to 100 million kids' ears, fuck. I get onto fucking Instagram, and what do I see? I see some of the weakest, worst rap artists. I don't even call them artists. They're just rappers. They're not hip hop. They're not anything. And I see them all over the place, and they're what's popular. And I'm like, this music is trash. There's like one good song. I'm like, I don't really understand. Yeah, I mean music can't be Mr. Dinky Wang. Yeah, yeah, music can't be taken away. But the fact that if that's what's controlling, if that's what's making, have you ever tried to play good music, analog music, acoustic music to somebody that just listens to one type of heavy metal or really bad rap music or really bad, really bad country music? Like they all have there's some really terrible spots in there because they're and you try to show them something that's good, some live acoustic this or that, and they're just like they can't feel it. It's like almost like their heartbeat is controlled by some other fake ass rhythm. 3 minutes and 30 seconds of a song at 98.22 beats per minute on that 4/4. Like I mean, it's a mathematical thing that they did, but it's got no vibe. It's got no soul in it. Yeah. Yeah, Kabar. Yeah, I hear you. I know there's some people that are allergic to types of music because they're just not used to it. But it's like literally their rhythm and their whole thing is off. It's like how can you not like this music? I don't know. There's a lot of music that I used to not listen to because I listened to the bad version of it. Meaning like country music is the shittiest shit on the planet. You could just throw country music out with the rest of the throw the baby and the bathwater out, get rid of it. But good country music live with the whole thing going on, oh, I'm all for it. And but what you hear on the radio at this point, hip hop and rap music you can throw out and put in the garbage. I grew up on hip hop and shitty rap music and and jazz and classical and some other things. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like when you listen to only the radio edits of some of the shit, you're just like, what the fuck is this garbage? Oh, I don't even know the last time I turned the radio on. Yeah, country is country. But god damn it, if I haven't heard some really good country, I can vibe out to really good country. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a different breed. It's a different thing, especially live. It's just something like, and like Zydeco music. Zydeco music. Listening on the radio, just get rid of it. Listen to like certain types of jazz on the radio. No, I can't listen to jazz on the radio. It's got to be live, especially some types of it. Anyway, anyhow, well, well, well. I just get back to that. The quick. He said, wait, no, it wasn't the quick. Where is it? Yeah, yeah. I'm dead. Or I don't care. Yeah, I mean, has anybody even felt alive since 2012? Maybe the Mayans were right. How's the weather there? Um, it's just cold enough where I cannot. Well, I could if I wanted to. I got my new kayak. I just got a kayak, and I want to go out on it, but it's right in that 50 some degree weather where it's kind of it'll be chillier on the water. You know what I mean? There's enough sunshine where to be okay, but I think I just wait till tomorrow. It's going to be 70. Yeah, rock was one of the things that it was always there. It was just rock music. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, rock is last in line for me, and as far as right now quality anywhere, it's rock music. Cool. Some of the most talented musicians definitely, but um, yeah, I mean, yeah, ragu. Man, I get bored as fuck of that. It's just because I get it. If we're at the beach and I'm smoking a joint or whatever, like okay, let's listen to the ragu. Let's go to the ragu festival. I don't care. But nah, that's down the line for me on musical genres. I mean, I'd rather take any type of jazz, any type of even country on the radio sucks. But yeah, hip hop music is the greatest shit ever, and it always will be. Rap music, if you don't know what you're looking for, you're gonna find a lot of garbage. But there's a lot of very talented hip hop artists out there because it crosses so many genres now. Yeah, I got a kayak. Kayak. Yeah, see, so you just yeah. Beach bum. Yeah, I was thinking about returning to my life as a beach bum. Honestly, you want a roommate or something, dude? You trying to get out of your town? Move somewhere else in Florida. Oh yeah, I need to do that, but I need to get a stand for it because it's kind of hard to like paddle and do the. I will. I was out on it the other day, but I was just excited to be on it, so I wasn't gonna be dicking around with you guys. Yeah, I definitely would do that. I gotta order myself a little stand though. Um, yeah, I don't know. I would go back to the beach because I mean, fuck else is to do, man. I mean, look, I love New Orleans and I want to be here, but if they don't allow us to send some fucking music, I'm getting a little fucking irritated with it, honestly. Yeah, you're ambivalent about being there. Yeah, I could move somewhere that there's. I mean, I could do like lakes and streams and rivers and a pond. I could do that thing, but I do want to stay. I do want to stay where it's warm. I have no like me and Maz were talking about like doing some shit. But I don't know what his position is, like where he wants to really be at. Um, he said he was gonna come through here pretty soon, but like for me, I don't want to go north. I have no interest in going where it's cold. It's not in me. Can't handle it. Yeah. Beach life. Yeah, I mean, I love the beach life. I've never lived in a big enough city to live in. I always lived in smaller towns than a beach. And I didn't like the small town vibe. I could see if I was older and I just wanted that kind of relaxing, blah, blah, blah. So it was nice for the summers, but then the winters were just like whack. There was nothing to do. Nothing. And like then you have to just hang out with the same fucking 10 people. Come visit the heartland. The heartland, that's the heartland of America. Yeah. Um, no, I'd consider, part of me would consider Texas, like Austin, but it really depends on what this whole how this whole thing plays out the next couple of months with what they're doing with the economy and what they're doing with like the America. Yeah, I mean, like for me, like for me, there's really, yeah. I mean, for me, it's just like I like for me, leaving New Orleans was never an option because it just does nothing else exists. Now with this kind of shit, I'm just like, I mean, I could give up being here for a little bit. I mean, the fact that they squashed Mardi Gras, and if they're not going to allow any of the other, if they open up the economy and open up the you know things to do, you know I definitely would make my way back here. But yeah, I mean, I'd do Florida. I mean, now that I have a kayak, like I'm kind of comfortable on the water. Just give me all I need is a 12 pack of beer, some sunlight, some water. Just let me fucking float around, take a nap. You know, get laid once in a while, perhaps. That's about it, man. I feel like it's fucking simple life, man. I don't even I can't even care anymore. Find some music now and then, you know, some trees here and there, whatever. Yeah, Carson, you build some communes. Yeah, I mean, I would be down to build some with somebody. Like I could come upon some dollars to get something. I definitely could, and I know how to. Let's just say there's not much that I don't know how to do when it comes to building things. I would be down to do that. Gardening, building. I'm well ahead of the game. Let me go grab a beer. This is really I just need, or I would just start moonshining. Even though I'd rather just brew beer, but it's just more takes longer, and it's like It takes more space. I much prefer drinking beer all day than I would moonshine, but Kofi, you down? I mean, if you guys want, I mean, shit. Near New Orleans, there's look along around the river and around the Lake Pontchartrain. There's plenty of just north of the major city across Pontchartrain. There's lots of land, mad cheap, on the coast, right there on the water. Get a pontoon boat. That's a trip right there. A buddy of mine has a piece of land up there. I mean, he's a buddy through somebody, so I don't, I couldn't really call him up and be like, "Yo, what up?" You know, he farms and shit. He's a farmer. Very funny. He's a ghetto farmer. Mad ghetto black dude who got a big ass piece of. He got a house over here and a big piece of land. He farms. Cool motherfucker. But yeah. Anyways, get a plot of land up there. Put a commune on that bitch, and get a small little waterfront like cabin, and get a piece of property in a small waterfront cabin with a pontoon boat. If I can put bikes on the pontoon boat, come on the other side, I can ride around the city. So that's what's up. Oh shit, Carson doing big things. Born in the bayou. Set the quick. I wasn't not born here, but a lot of ways I feel that way. Spiritually, perhaps. Spiritually, perhaps. Definitely not. I could have been born here. I don't know. Hmm. But yeah, yeah. Take a look at a map. I mean, if everybody was really down, like, I could throw some dollars on it, and I definitely can build. I used to build houses for a living. Like, that was my business. That's what I did. Um, hmm Mentorship program. That sounds awesome. What do you said mentorship for what, Carson? Yeah, I'm gonna try to get this mentorship program going too, where I mentor people into, I don't know, becoming more goofy. Maybe I'll read some of my poetry today. Oh shit. Okay. Jay Marley. Good for you. You haven't. That's funny. I was I was thinking about cities that I've lived in, and I've only ever been banned from one place. It was from a bar. It was years and years ago, in Baltimore. It was because the door guy was a fucking complete asshole. For whatever he just didn't like me. He just did not like me, and it had nothing. I don't know even I don't even know what the fuck his problem was. Because I guess I was friends with the bartenders. That I don't know. Like, he was always like a strickler. I don't know, I fucking hang out after the bar closed with the guys, and it was so funny. Like, and it was this really big bar in Baltimore too. And he did not like me. Somehow I got banned from there. I don't know, talking shit to him. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, after door guy. I mean, I'm I don't I'm assuming he doesn't. The door guy no longer works there. The person that I know probably still works there. He seemed like a lifer at the place because it was a bar that they pulled home six figures easy, easy. Yeah. Panties in the wad. Yeah, people. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's for me. I just don't hold grudges, so I don't ever understand when people do hold grudges for any long period of time. You can be pissed about something, but like, man, that shit's tiring. Shit's tiring to carry around anger issues with you. Like, fucking, you over it yet? Jay Marley. No, I've definitely got shitty drunk plenty of places, but it's usually like at the end of the night, and I'm like leaving anyways, or like some whatever. But it's usually at bars that are small bars that I'm like I know most people there anyways, and so it's just like fucking go home then. I'm like fuck you guys too. See you tomorrow. you know. No, it's not like that. I don't get too like. No, I just talk shit with people. That's about it. That's about the size of it. I don't really, not until like fighting people at bars or anything too. And usually I'm 99% pleasant the rest of the other time. So yeah, you're surprised. Me, I've never done any substances before ever in my life that would ever cause me not to remember. But no, no way, man. Never that. Yeah, I was black. Oh, I hear what you're saying. You were blacked out. I forgot. No. I've never. No, I've been kicked out of a bar before. Certainly. If you haven't been kicked out of a bar, I mean, what the fuck are you doing in life? Like you're not pushing, not pushing pushing the envelope far enough. You're not getting to the edge. You're not playing with fire at that. But you got to be playing with fire. You gotta. You ever kicked yourself out of the house? I've kicked myself out of my own house before. I have. I definitely have. I was like, because I just wanted to be outside. I was just like, fuck this. Like, I'm too, just, ugh. I feel so stuck inside right now. I was like, I'll go outside. I'm sleeping outside. So I just went outside and slept. Your house is the bar. There was that one time. Fuck this house. Feel so stuck in here. Oh, is that 12 o'clock on the dot? 12 o'clock. I wonder what the weather is like out there. Maybe I could participate in the real world. I got up early today, so it depends on when I get up. I was expecting to be like 2 or 3. 12 o'clock is feeling a little early for me. I might be able to make it outside though. Ha ha, Carson. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta. Mental institutions. Well, I mean, shit. We're in one of the biggest mental institutions in the. We're on Earth. Pretty much a mental institution. America's pretty prime place for it too. Yeah, certain cities more so than other. Oh, dude, if you want to get a kayak, I got one of the blow up ones. Um, and Jay Marley's probably gonna be like blow up kayak. No, it's awesome. It was only $100 and it's super dope. Um, it's called the Explorer. It's the yellow one. It's two-seater, but I mean, I'm not really trying to put other people in there with me, so it works out, man. All the space in the world, easy enough to put. Like, dude, it only took maybe 15 minutes to put together, and that was like the first time I did it. I couldn't really figure it out, but now 15 minutes put it together. Maybe even do it less than that. And yeah, weighs like 30 pounds or so. Not too bad. I can walk from my house over to the pond, or take the bayou. I know. J Marley was like, psh, psh, blow up kayak. What kind of fucking loser is this? Psh. You got your best. What's his name? Uh, what the hell is his name? At Bassmaster. Psh. You got your. Psh. It's not a kayak. That's a. Psh. That's too good. That's too funny. I was gonna get a regular one, but the mobility factor from where I live to where, like, it's just a short jaunt, and I couldn't. How the fuck am I carry it over there? I could carry it to the bayou. It's right there, but to get to where I want to be in the park, it doesn't connect. If the bayou connected with the park pond, I would have gotten a regular one. But now that I have this one, I'm happy. I'm happy with it because I can be a lot more mobile. I could put on if I don't have a bike right now, but if I got a bike, package that B up, put it on my handlebars, or get myself a little box for the back. I like my watercraft like like my women uninflatable. You lost. You mean that they're not filled with plastic or blow ups? You can't fill their head up with too much air. Airheads. Okay, I got you. Took me a second to get there. I think that's what you meant. Yeah, I don't even. Well, maybe it was hard for me to tell because I don't even know. I don't even. What is? You said like you like your women. I don't even remember what it's. What? Fuck. I know. The fuck. I haven't. I don't even know what it's like to be in the company of a woman anymore. I have no idea. I have no idea what to do. I seen a couple chicks out. Like, I've had a couple chicks that talk to me, but I don't know what to do about it. I don't even know like how to act. I'm like, so that sweet mask you got there. Nah. I seen a couple chicks out the other day. Now they were eye fucking me, but they were with what I thought there was their boyfriends. So I wasn't about to, like, you know fucking step on some toes. I couldn't really tell if they were just like hanging out as friends, or couldn't really tell. Blow up dolls, yeah. I mean, at this point though, I'm highly considering getting a. Yeah, at this point I'm highly considering getting a rubber, latex blow up. Well, not even a blow up, just like a regular, you know. Well, not they're coming out with the robots these days, and then all they have to do is just add a vagina to it. You're good. I don't know, or just get one of the fucky dolls. I mean, why not? Because honestly, what's the point anymore? People suck. I don't want to interact with them anyways. It's all people are overrated. All I want is my alpaca and a sloth and perhaps some other animals that yet to be determined. But yeah, I'd be happy. Sloth and alpaca was up. Hmm. Kabar, what are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? Did I say something funny? Sometimes I can never tell what I say that's funny when people are getting a laugh out of it. The digital. Are you laughing about? Okay. Well, because I said people suck, and I want animals. I'm telling you. I mean, what else what more would you really need in life if you had a an alpaca and a sloth? I mean, pandas look like a lot of fun, but they're always all over the place, and you can't just have one of them. You need multiple pandas, and they're always flopping around. So that seems like it'd be too much work. I wouldn't want to be chasing them around everywhere. I would get a donkey too. I could do with like a koala. Well, not a koala. I could do with a panda, an alpaca, a sloth, and a donkey. That's what's up. Probably some more like fluffier things too. I mean, you gotta have a dog, but you know what's funny is sometimes like you meet people like 5 or 6 times and you can't remember their fucking name, but if you meet an animal at the dog park or something, you remember their entire name. Like there's Sir Chester Cheetah and the five, you see these little dogs, you remember their names always. Can't remember that. I don't know who the owners are. I remember hung out with this person like 10 times. I could care two shits about their name. What's up, barefoot? Hey, you showed up. You can't just have one. Well, that's fine. They don't get more than one. I'll get 3 of them. That's fine. There'll be enough. Everybody can have an alpaca for themselves. That could be like that could be the rites of passage onto our land is you have to have an alpaca. You to pass go you have to have an alpaca. Kabar, I heard they do, but they're not as Jay has met them. I have not, but I did a little reading, and they said they're smaller and they're more well behaved, and they don't spit as much. That's what I had read. I can't qualify it because I've never hung out with them. Barefoot, I do Zoom. Yes, I do. Yeah. Yes, I do. This is correct. I mean, we could do a Zoom now. I don't know. I don't know what everybody's doing. I don't know if everybody's dicking around at work or what the fuck. I was an odd hour today because some people are overseas and whatever. So I'm gonna do it live right now, I guess. I don't really have anything much more to say, but you guys want to hang? We can do that. Alpaca is your alpaca will be your entry fee to the land. Hmm. Well, we'll see. Oh, hey, well, hey, barefoot. We're in February, so the gamble that everybody took, we were they were on the right side of the gamble. Do you remember? See, I do remember some funny things, but I don't forget everything that we talk about. Oh no, a C a C joint. Oh, Kabar. Uh, oh, they saw. Oh well, whatever. Maybe they just weren't trained well, or maybe they just didn't like you. So you got, but you got the two belts. Okay, the timing belt was the most important. The serpentine, that's good. Your cat. Yeah, we were talking about your connection to your cat in your car. Your C joint. Why do I not know what that is? What is the C joint? Is that the that's the big word. It's like a clavicle. Well, then you get the clavicle right here, but I think it's where the steering is. Steering column. Cars everywhere is cars. I think it was funny that you said your cat has been broken down. Your cat was like, "Meow, meow." Instead of your cat saying meow, it was going, meow. Uh-huh. Right. Hey, barefoot. I've learned over my many extended months, moons, days, weeks, years on this planet. I don't I don't and lately I don't know. I don't believe people anymore. A clicking noise on the right hand side by the wheel bearing. Are you sure it wasn't? You sure you don't have a stone in your tire? Give you something simple like that. Just look in your tire treads. If it's going by how quickly your car is going, you have a stone in your tire. Just in the treads. That's all. Yeah, well, at least you're learning all sorts of cool things about cars, huh? Oh, wow, this sounds. Oh, well, yeah, that's probably more than just a some. Yeah, that's probably a little more than just a stone in there, huh? Oh, nice. What's up, Stan? Uh, guess who you met in Cali? So many options. I mean, I don't know where to start with that. Oh yeah, I knew what you meant. Yeah, it's a CV joint. Yeah. So if it's all if CV joint is all in that same area where whatever that clicking and shit was. Yeah, your shit's all fucked up, yo. It's the constant velocity joint. Yeah, if that's where it was happening, if they said you needed a new CV joint, that's the constant velocity joint that holds. When you said C joint, I'm like, what the fuck is a C joint? Yeah, it's part of the steering mechanism. That if it started grinding, you probably the wheel bearings went. So the wheel bearing and the CV joint went. So that your car just doesn't move. Yeah, because all the wheel bearings just got ground up in there into a little mixture of it's like fairy dust now. Yeah. Cars, 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 man. That's what I thought you was talking about. Boom. Hey, yeah, I don't think the way it sounds, I don't think lube is gonna fix the cat ate a stone parcel. Was that a joke from last time we were on here? Oh shit. Yeah. What is it? What is it about? Somebody needs to explain this to me. Why is it the healers attract broken fucking people all the time? What is that? What is that? And Mercury just did go retrograde, so there's nothing I can do about that. What is? Well, why is well, you can't when you're a healer you can't find healthy people. They're just like, oh, I'm good and I gotta like I don't need to fix you, but that's too funny. Oh man. Do, 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 do. As I'm doing this here, hold on. I'll be with you in one moment. Oh, cool. Got it, boss. Boss house. Hey, speaking of you have a broken cat. I have this new book that I just got. It's called The Dalai Lama's Cat. You and your little broken vag. I know, right, Kavar? Oh, Carson got the magic. You got that magic cock. You got the magic stick, huh? So some of the healing is done that way. Some of it, yeah, certainly. Yeah, the Dalai Lama's cat. I think that's so hilarious. Oh, nice. I did never heard of that. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't started reading this. I found it in a little one of those little universal free libraries. Brother Sage. I don't know Brother Sage. Um, Okie dokie. Well, wicked. Yeah, I had always considered writing one, but I just was like, I don't know. I think it's the same with anything and why I don't write anything. It's because I'm like, what else am I gonna write if fucking I haven't already said or isn't already been online, you know? Or somebody hasn't already written it. Especially with something like you're in therapy. I mean, maybe you know some shit that I don't know, but oh no shit, that's awesome. Yeah, I still trying to figure out who Jay met in Cali. It must be somebody really cool. Okay, see, he's not too much into hip hop. It's probably somebody that's like some sort of. It's either got to be an actor or somebody that's like really big in the health community. He met Santos Bonacci. Boom. Or he met somebody like Leonardo DiCaprio. Dude, he gave a rim job to Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah? Yeah? No. Uh I say Brad Pitt is still out of your league right now. Leonardo, I think, you know. What's your rim job, Leo? That shit was funny, huh? Carson, back, are you saying when I did? What do you mean? Did I do a video when I was talking about him, or um? Oh, you meant Psy. You meant Psy. You gave Psy a rim job. Okay, makes sense. Are you? And Carson, what do you mean when I did a video with Tyler Creator? Or are you talking to somebody else? Because maybe I didn't know. Because I've. Oh no shit! Oh no shit! You did? That's so funny. She texted me last night, and I had not seen her in a bit, and she texted me last night, but I was already passed the fuck out. But yeah. That's hilarious. Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. I remember. I'm kind of recall that. Yes. I think it was like an audio of his that I was talking about or something. He got the shot. Yeah, and these days he's got a shaman booty. Yeah, he's all. Well, he's in Long Beach right now. I'm surprised you didn't see him. Oh, Carson, if you can find that, that's hilarious. Because if I somehow got to have a conversation with Tyler the Creator and I don't remember it, that's fucking amazingly funny. Maybe you were. That's really funny because there's a couple people that I don't know how I got to talk to them, but I did. Um, that shit's mad funny if I did. There's a couple people that I've had conversations with. Yeah. That's too trippy. I'd laugh. I'm like, no shit. Um, I mean, I've had some conversations in person with people that are pretty talented. Like I don't know to like that level of fame, like whether online or in person. But uh, I've had a couple interesting conversations with people online that were like I don't know how the fuck I ended up talking to them. Hey, who the fuck knows? I don't know. I say random shit all the time. So yeah, so that's cool though. Did you guys gonna shoot off? Did you guys shoot off loads or what? How was Jay? How was her laughter? How was her laughing? Is she as wild in person? Did you guys get completely stoned? Did you guys shoot guns? For real? She got big ass property? is that hers or her Ma Dukes or what is that? That's yeah, yeah, she's wild. Yeah, I assume she'd be out of control. No, no hot sticky loads. No. Hmm. What time are we looking at here? 12:30. Hmm. Let me see what this. Let me see what this weather feels like right here. I had to scope out the outdoors for a second, see if anybody was walking around in shorts. That's how I can tell the weather. I just look at what everybody else is wearing. Oh, nice. Just on a mountain. Cool, cool. It's funny. I'll have to we'll see if she wants to fucking hang out later. I gotta call her back anyways. That's awesome. Yeah, I've seen some of her property. Like she's done a couple videos around there, but wait, what the fuck happened? You got injured again? What the hell? Or I mean, you just been dealing with the same shit, or you just was it what the fuck did you do? Did you jerk off too hard and pull a spina bifida or something, man? Just disc is still back injury. That hasn't gone away. Oh man, the turp burps do not go away, do they? Turp burps are something special. Little fucking boners. Yeah, I'll be right back. Damn, dude. Hey, hey Carson. Uh, so I put the video on private. Do you know what the name of it is, or send it to me? Because I'll just unprivate it, and I'll just let me see how dumb it was. Okay. Yeah, I'll. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't try to visit here either, which I was a little disappointing you about, but whatever, whatever. I wasn't expecting you to. Well, welcome, new people. What are you doing here? Why you call me a fool? I didn't. Jesus Christ, man, settle down, man. You're gonna stress yourself out. I think you might have. I think you might harbor a lot of. I don't know. Maybe you got like a spiritual energy that's causing you to have back problems. I think you need to settle down a little bit. I think you got a little too much tension built up in you. Maybe you don't jerk off enough. I don't know. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. That's so funny. I might have done something with that on purpose. I might have put it on private at that moment because I thought it was funny. I don't know, but I definitely didn't do a video 111 minutes ago. Didn't do that. Hmm. Oh, you're talking about this stream here that we're on? Well, this stream that we're on right now. Um. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was like, yeah. I hear what you're saying. That's so funny. Kofi. Can we talk about them? Yes. There's benefits and there's faults to it. Depends on your age, how long you're doing it, the general cultivation of it, um, what kind of food you're eating, how clean your blood is. You know, can you do you, I know people that like they're young and they're trying to do it, and I'm like that's not when you're supposed to. It's not. You're not supposed to like all of a sudden. Oh, I can just retain my semen and never masturbate, never have sex, and never. Like, okay, if you want to, whatever. And then I'm like, hey, so when's the last time you had a wet dream? Like, oh man, all the time. Like, yeah, because your spiritual body is telling you something. So you need to understand that aspect. There's always like sometimes you need to release fluid out of your body, and sometimes you need to clean your fluid, etc., etc. So there's certain reasons to get rid of that fluid, and there's certain reasons to build it up. Obviously, the sexual energy is not a fluid; it's an energy. It comes out as a fluid, obviously, much of like just like other things, like a tear or snot or urine or cleaning out your any of your organs. Fluids will come out. Some of them they're supposed to be different colors, smells, textures. And like if you're just holding on to semen, if you're just holding on to it, like if think of nature, like does a tree just like, no, I'm not going to give my seed up? No, it doesn't ever do that. Now, as humans, we have the ability to consider where to put it, how to how to how to grow it. Yes. Does that mean she should be like, running all over the room, just throwing seed everywhere? Probably not. But then the other direction, should you just like, oh, I'm gonna just 6 days, I'm not gonna do anything that is at all aroused by no, you put too much stress in your head and you'll go crazy. People do that shit all the time. They think, oh, like, I retain my semen. I don't have sex with women, but now women are very attracted to me. So they're attracted to you. Why? Because now all of a sudden you're like, the first thing you say, I'm a vegetarian. I love animals. I'm a vegan, and I retain my semen. They'll be like, oh, he doesn't want to have sex with me. That makes him more attractive immediately. That's why there is energy that's coming off of you too, but that right away, I know these fucks are. I know how these fucking chode muffins are. These meisters of taintal play, who like to eat butts, but don't like to. Everything is love and light. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah, there needs to be grounding. There needs to be you have to balance your energies. There's ways to do it doing other things, but it's like saying, okay, is the best thing to do when you're angry to go work out? You're angry, so you work out. To go punch a punching bag? How about eat? Now those are all good and bad things. You don't really want to emotionally involve yourself with any of those to be really best at it. To be like to be emotionally non-invested in eating is ridiculous. Like how good food is. To be emotionally non-invested into having sex, then you are missing out. I don't know how you could do that. To emotionally not invest yourself into like anger, to like hit a punching bag or something, or lift weights. There's benefits to things. Just remember that. It's a very good idea as you age, I guess, to practice for longer periods of time. But yeah, to do it at an early age for a long period of time just doesn't make a lot of sense. You should be interacting. It's like socializing. What would naturally occur in socialization of any creature, any creator? There's an interaction, physical and otherwise. Yeah. So there you go. There's that part. Wow, man. Yeah. So there you go. Like, yeah, you're attracted. Well, you try. It depends. Like your current situation, whether or not you have a good tan, whether you're good looking, whether you're happy, whether you have energy. Those will attract you certain types of people. Whether you're healing, whether you're having a bad go about it. Like I don't know. Like there's all sorts of things can attract all sorts of other people. Yeah, I mean, you're just supplying yourself with a type of energy. But that energy again can be. Hmm. So it's like somebody that walks around with a keychain, and the keychain says Lamborghini. If I go sit down in a bar and I put my keys down and it says Lamborghini, and I have on fucking nice ass suit, pretty sure I'm gonna be able to get a lot of things that other people won't be able to get. Yeah. I mean, raise it into your head, or just raise it in general, like more testosterone. Yeah, there's lots of things that will increase testosterone levels. I mean, the raising testosterone levels, it can go too much, and then what happens? Okay, think about boxers that used to practice this, because it's building up a type of energy, but that energy is often excessively masculine to the point of anger because there's too much. There's no balance. There's supposed to be an energetic balance between testosterone and just like there's a balance between the masculine and feminine. So you have to have the a daytime and nighttime, a sleep, the serotonin for sleep and the daytime, or the melatonin for sleep. And there's always got to be a balance. You can't have all the testosterone. It'll cause you to be too heady as you're pushing it up into your skull and become heady about everything and angry. Usually it's tension and that. So will it do something? Yeah. Will it give you strength? Yeah. Can you go too far with it? Absolutely. Hmm. I might have enough time today to go out and get on the kayak today. Could be fun. Oh, let me see about this though. Make sure my speaker is perfectly charged for an outing. Although I could just be lazy today, I suppose, and just go out tomorrow because it's gonna be 70. Let's see. I mean, you got to think of it in any way, man. So the equal balance of things. Think about so your estrogen and your testosterone have to be in balance, and your acid, your alkaline have to be in balance. Sometimes you need to be hotter, you need to be cooler. Sometimes you need more acid, sometimes you need more alkaline. So you can't just go all in one direction. Like, oh, if I look at if you want to make your car go faster, you turbo boost it. But you speed up how quickly the everything works. But then you need nitrous to cool down the engine so it doesn't overheat, so things can work. So it cools out. It just gives it a cold blast of basically the turbo into part of it is compression and cooling. So your body still needs cooling and compression, which is equivalent to magnetics and feminine. You can't just like, hey, I'm just gonna put more gasoline and put more lube and gasoline and let's move the pistons faster. Well, well, well. Oh, you know what else I was looking at today? I'll do another video on this in a little bit. You ever looked at pictures of um oh who's the Rockefellers? You ever see a picture of David Rockefeller? Did you ever see a picture of John D. Rockefeller? They look so weird. They look not human. There's some certain quality that people have that they're missing something. That just doesn't look right. Both of them very weird looking. Strange. Like I'm thinking like who would have listened to John D. Rockefeller ever? How? He was skinny. He had beady eyes. His skin didn't look right on him. He didn't. I don't know. I mean, you could be wildly intelligent. Doesn't mean people are going to listen to you. Every point in time, like how did that all occur? Like the robber barons and all this shit. Yeah. Oh, Ko-fi for sure. We'll do, if you ever want to do like private stuff, we can do that. We can do a Zoom chat sometime. You could ask me there. Not a public forum though. My penis is a little irregular. It kind of gears off to the left a little bit, and one of my balls hangs way too low. I got donkey kicked by kicked by a mule when I was a child. My eyes a little droopy. That shit is funny. That's great. Oh. Oh yeah, so it's going back to that little Rockefeller thing, man. I just looking at because I was looking at some pictures of some other people today that I'm like, how do they get away with talking? It's under. Is it not underneath right now? Look in the description. Is it not underneath? Theoluminous, TheoLuminous at Gmail. That's my email. TheoLuminous. God, light at gmail.com. It should be right there in the description box. It's a place for dollars and cents to send me and to send me email. THEO. Oh, it's not there? It doesn't say in the description box. What the F balls? TheoLuminous. Luminous. It's Theo. THEO. Luminous. LUMINOUS at Gmail. That's crazy. Not in the description box. It should be. So nothing is in my description box right now? I guess it doesn't show up after the show. So crazy, man. So crazy, dude. That's one crazy thing, dude. That's one crazy guy. You put too many N's in there. Theo is right. LUMINOUS. Just get rid of the second LUMIN. LUMINOUS. Get rid of the NO in there. Get rid of the second NO. Luminous. Not luminous. Luminous. Be the ball. Luminous. Yeah, there you go. That's correct. I'll be right back anyways. I'm going to put this into the fridge. Perfection. Okay, well, if ain't nobody else going to be talking, I'll probably get going in a couple minutes anyways. That way, I can maybe go over to the park. Maybe do a show from there. But for certain, I will probably make another. I can't say for certain, but I'll probably do another show today, where we'll talk about some more things. Maybe get into some more economic things and hilarity. Okay, boners and bonerettes. It's good to see everybody. I don't know why it's not beneath, but it is always a way to say you appreciate my time. You can put money into my account at PayPal or Cash App, and it's TSAR, ZAR, and Zen, XEN. Capitalize the T and the X. paypal.me/capital TSAR, capital X, and then E, and then N. And then Cash App is a $, and then it's capital TSARX, capitalized E and N. But cool. Good to see everybody. I'll probably be on here a little later. Be weird, be goofy, and yeah, stay well. We'll chat soon, everybody. Toodles.